Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? Good to see you. Now, what is going on? Who have I got? Holly and Lynn, good morning. Lovely to see you, and it's so good to be back doing mornings again. Evenings are fine, but by the end of the day, well, I better put that away. Yeah, so today we have a beautiful sunny day, and I thought, oh, I'll put a dress on with short sleeves. And then I went outside and it's freezing out there. It's actually 19 degrees. However, there's a really cold wind. So there we go. Can't trust it. When you see the sunshine, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be warm, does it? So, what have we got today? So I'm actually on. I did fix up last night's. Sorry, I'm looking for something here and I can't find it. There it is. There and there. I fixed up and made that one straight with the just a note because it was so crooked and it was really annoying me. So I'm basically working on something. Hi, Ross. How are you? I'm working on sticking with the squares, to be quite honest. But I thought I'd have a little play with the Jolly Holly this morning, and I think I have worked out what card I'm going to do for tomorrow. So I'm a bit ahead of myself, aren't I? I don't know myself. Who am I? What happened to Lorraine? What have you done with Lorraine? Who's this lady? All righty. So I'm just going to go straight down to the desk. And our little inspirational quote this morning is difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. How true is that? I think it's something that we all need to have a look at. Hi, Lynn. How are you this morning? Just very quickly, I've got a card of the month circle happening, which is $30 pickup or $35 by post. You'll receive a pack containing the instructions, all cardstock and DSP ready to cut and make 4 beautiful cards. I am working on just getting that as the PDF, so that would be available to everybody. This is actually only available to Australia, and this month is my mum's birthday, so if anyone places an order with me this month, I will send them a gift, and if they place an order of $100 or more, I will include a card kit from my August class. Of course. That's funny, Roz. Time to do, yeah, yes. Alrighty, so this morning, oh, I thought that was white when I put it there this morning. It's not white at all. Okay, so this morning I thought we'd have a little bit of, hi Janelle, how are you? Time to play, oh goodness. You know what they say, don't you? You retire, you think you're going to have all this time, and then you realize that you haven't got much at all. And I think I'm starting to feel that a little bit. So this is the card I thought we'd have a play with today. Whether it turns out exactly the same or not, I do not know. But yeah, I thought it was, I just got onto these squares, and these ones from last night got turned into diamonds, but I was quite happy with those two from last night. And then today I thought we'd have a look at the Jolly Holly. Alrighty, it has a hybrid embossing folder, but we won't be using it as a hybrid today. What we're just going to do is just use it as a embossing folder. So I think we can do that. Yeah, we just don't put the die in it. So with these embossing folders, you can actually put the die in them and cut at the same time. But I think that, I don't know if you can see it. Let me move all this out of the way. Might be able to see it on there. Yeah. It has beautiful holly and berries and bubbles, I think I would call them. But anyway, and I think that makes a great background. So that's how I'm going to be using it today. I'm not going to be putting the dye in there and cutting it. Although I will do that one day. And of course, when you actually put the dye in there, you can cut out lots of, in actual fact, that's where did I put today's card? There. In fact, that's where this came from, I think. I cut out from the die cut, and you can take them out from there. Hi, Suzanne. How are you today? Good to see you. All right. So this is the plan. Let's see how it goes. I've just got to remember which. So I changed up the paper, and I was looking through this pack, and it is the Timeless Plaid. I don't know if it's still, I should have checked, shouldn't I? I don't know if it's still current. And I wanted something with red in it, and this has cherry cobbler through it. It's that line there is cherry cobbler. So it is a very pretty embossing folder, isn't it? So I'm going to use this today with the cherry cobbler background. And instead of using very vanilla like I used last night, I'm going to actually use white because there's more white in that. I don't think I've got anything white in there, so it's needing to be cut. Oops. 2 sheets left. How about that? So I'll be using white because we've got white in the background here. All right, let's get this show on the road. So first off, I need a card base. So I'm going to do that out of the cherry cobbler. And I don't know if this bit's big enough. It should be 5 3/4 by 8. Let's see if I've got 8 there. Ooh, yeah, just. Yep. And we'll do 5 3/4 this way. So these are just, you can basically do your card base any size that you want to. There's no rules really. It's just if you've got like a cutting plan. Oops, that didn't fold nicely at all. Why is it doing that? Wow. Okay, let's fold this. This piece of red wants to fold where it wants to fold. It doesn't want to fold where I want it to fold. I'm going to throw it out and get another piece in a minute. Oh my goodness, that looks disgusting. All right, I'm getting another piece because that looks really bad. Is this cherry cobbler? Yep. I don't know why that wanted to do that, but it certainly didn't want to fold how I wanted it to fold. Okay, so let's go with 5 3/4 by 8. The last thing I really need is a crumpled card base. Okay, let's try again. Maybe it's just this card. I don't know. No, this one's behaving. Well, I wonder what caused that on the other one. Anyone ever had that? Oh, thanks, Roz. So that piece of cardstock, another piece, will now go for cutting things out. All right. So I didn't actually use okay, I know that I wrote down some destructions last night. And what did I do with them? That is the thing. Well, that is the question. They will be here somewhere. Not there. Not there, I don't think, or is it? No. Oh dear. All right, well, it looks like I'm just going to have to measure as I go, and that's fine. I can do that. Unless I come across them in the meantime. How silly is that? I had them on the desk, and I've obviously moved them. Here we go. I have them. It saves me a bit of time. All right, so the first base is this, is the plaid, and it is 3 1/8 by 3. Oh, you need one sheet. 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. So I've done it these sizes so that it fits nicely onto that size card. So 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. So that is the base. And then on top of that, so we're going to use the white this time. Oh, I might just cut, before I do that, I'll just cut my, oh, hi, Mum, if you're on there. So my card base was 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So let me do that. So that's that one. Goes inside. All right, now we have the second, so the next layer is smaller. It's 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Let's see if I've got that. I have. So 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So that one sits on top of that one, just leaving us a little edge. Now, the next one is, that's right, 2 7/8. So you can see what I've done here. 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. And then I've got the card bit at 2 5/8. So let's have a look. 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. That piece will sit on there. So that's the next layer. And then for the next layer, we start with the paper. And I think that is, so that's 2 3/4. Let me see if that's enough. Yes, it is. So 2 3/4. So you can see you don't need much of the colored paper by 2 3/4. Imagine how many of these you could make out of a whole pack of them. Okay, and then it's 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. Can't see it. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So they are working at the other end of the house, but I don't think you can hear them, can you? So this one wants to go on, and it's going to leave us a bit of a bigger surround. Now, the other thing I need off of here, and I don't know, is it going to be long enough? Not quite. All right, so we might just, I'll probably cut that a little bit different. So I'm just going to use this here, and these were 1/4 inch by 3 3/4. So we go. Sorry, I think it's 1/2 inch, not 1/4. Half an inch. Oh, that was about as straight as a dog's hind leg. Half an inch. And 1/2 inch. And they are by 3 3/4. What am I doing? I was actually watching a guy outside. I'd like to say it was worth watching, but it's not. By 5 3/4. No. Yeah, 3 3/4. Yep, and these are going to go top and bottom. Molly hasn't got used to them, and like they've been here all week and she's still barking at them. So yeah. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off. I'm going to put these across, and they should have been 3 1/2. Let me have a look. Yeah, I've done that at 3 1/2. Okay. Excuse my tardiness this morning. No, Sue. No, you can't hear them. That's good. Not well, I suppose they would be if you were 15 or something. I don't know. But no, they're all youngsters. All right. So that one's going to go on there, and that one is going to go on the top. So I can put those down straight away. Actually, I'm quite liking these. This color. Wasn't sure to start with, and I was really hoping that there was going to be a nice green or a nice red, I mean, in there, but there wasn't. So just pop a bit of this on here and a little bit down here. And you know what? I was going to put that through the embossing. I probably still can, even with that on there. Let's do it. This is what happens when I get myself into everything's done and ready. And then it's like, what are you doing, Lorraine? Okay, I'm going to put the whole thing through the embossing folder. I think it'll look okay. So I'll just pop that there. I'm trying to get as many of the full leaves as I can. Let's take all those off and just use this one. Let's see how it looks. And there actually looks quite good. I don't know whether you see that? Even over the bit that I stuck down. There you go. Sometimes a mistake turns out to be something much better, doesn't it? Put these back before I lose them. That one can go under there. Okay, so that's that. That's given us a... oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, so that's rather pretty, isn't it? I like that. I'll put that away in a second. So it's getting warmer now, that's for sure. That was my one for the top, wasn't it? So now I just need to stick these onto here. And I'm hoping we will still have some around the edge, which is good. So I'll just... It's the only trouble when you do layers, you always lose something. Like, you love that folder. I do too. I wasn't overly sure about the bundle when I first got it. But then when you sort of sit and look at it for a bit, you can work out lots of different things that you can actually do with it. So what do I do with that? That's right. And then I'm popping that one on top of there. So that is going to go like that. Now this one is going to get put onto here, but I really need to... I want to put the decoration on that before I put it up. So I can stick it down there. That's not a problem. Let's get that in the middle there. So this top one does leave a little bit of extra around the top. Okay, so all that can go to one side for a moment. So when we start to actually layer it up, I think it's going to look that one sits straight, that one goes like that. So yeah, I think it's going to look okay with those colors. That's the start. So now we need some stuff to put onto here. So I'm going into here, and what I want to stamp, I want to do some stamping. I'm going to do a couple of these little red flowers, which are gorgeous. I'm going to stamp the word joy, and you know what, I think I might have bells on this one. No, I better have the holly because and the holly, so we'll take that out. There's also a really nice saying in here which says, may the spirit of the season bring you hope, happiness and love. And I actually like that one as well. Let me see. But that one can only be stamped. The joy can be cut out. Oh, that's not the one. It's this one down here. Yeah, that one. Actually, that one would sit in there quite nicely, I think. I might just stamp that one and not do the joy on this one. So when you do the joy, I just cut it out yesterday when I did this one, but you can stamp it and then cut it out as well. So whichever way you prefer to do it. I was going to do it the other way today, but no, I've changed my mind. Now I'm going to have a totally different. Okay. So the little tiny, and I can actually punch these out, so that's good. So the little tiny one of those and the holly. And the saying, I really must put my things in the dishwasher. Right, so I'm going to use cherry cobbler because that's what we've used on the background. So I'm going to do a couple of these. That one didn't stamp real well. Just as well, we've got plenty of paper, isn't it? Beautiful. And then I've got the leaves. What I might do is stamp them in basic grey, and then we're going to colour these, of course. One. Got to leave myself enough room, haven't I? That should be. We'll see what happens. If it's not, I'll stamp another one. All right, so now we can cut these out with our little die cuts. So we've got the flower. And we have the leaf, but we'll colour them in first. So the flower, obviously, we'll be using red. And what have I got here? Oh, cherry cobbler. Well, what do you know? So I'll just use the light one, I think. And just colour this in. And I probably should have used the other tip. Although I prefer the brush tip. Da-da-da. That's a worry if I start singing. Okay. Always go quiet when we do this, don't we? Lovely. I know it's got red dots in the middle, but I'm going to go, I'm going to put some yellow in there, and then I just want the little holly berries to be red. Do you know, when we were over in England in June, there were actually some holly berries out. So they were either left over from the previous year or they were out really early. So check up for goggles. I'm hoping that soon I'll hear something about having my other cataract done. Had one done last November. Might have to go in and get them to put the thing through again. Unfortunately, last time it took 3 attempts for the optician to put it through for me to actually get anything done. So, and then they put me on a 12-month waiting list. So that'll probably happen again. But my left eye is now as bad as my right eye was, so I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it done. So just colouring these in. Sometimes I wonder if it's easier colouring the little areas than the big areas, but then when it comes to, no. All right, I'm just going to put a bit of darker green through the middle, just through here. I got a little spot for me to do that, and I'll quickly just go over it again with this just to blend it. It'll look fine when it dries. Okay. So that's that. Now we'll cut them out. So I'll cut out this little. So we will put that one there. It's so cute. There we go, there's one. Oh, that one's a little bit off, but that's okay. So now we'll swap and we'll do the leaves. They are so cute. I love holly trees and oak trees. They're my very favourites. And quite often they grow close to each other. So I'm thinking they'll be finished the house today, and then tomorrow it should just be the garage. And they've already made a start because they took all the what would you call them? Nuts, bolts, whatever they use to hold it on. They took all those out, or most of them, and then they found out that they'd been supplied with the wrong that they'd been supplied with the wrong sheets. So they had to get more sheets, which had to come up from Brisbane. So that's why they ended up starting on the house and not doing the garage first, which was their intention. Alrighty, which actually works out better for me. A lot of white on that one. Because I'm of the week free instead of the other end. Okay, so we can pop those back in there. And now I just got the sentiment to put in here. I don't know why I did 2 of those. I really only need 1. What colour shall I do the sentiment in? Should I do it in the cherry cobbler? Probably. Probably should. Yeah, mine just, I had a problem with my eye and it all swelled up and I had to have all these drops put in it. And she told me then that it would probably make the cataract come quicker, which it did. Yeah, I was a bit like that, Suzanne. It got really bad and I couldn't drive at night. No, definitely wasn't going to happen. All right, so I probably shouldn't have put that on there, should I? Because now it's up to me to get it absolutely straight. Oh, looks like we're going to cut another piece of that because I can't turn it over because I've stuck it. Let's cut another piece. So what size was that piece? 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. That's what I get for reading and not paying attention. But it's all good. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. I'll just stick it on top of that. It's not a problem at all. But that is. So I'll give that a good tap. Line that up in the square. Ah, that's better. Much better. I need to get that ink off of there. Right. Okay, so I'll just stick that over the top of where that is. You still don't like driving at night? I'm not keen. Even Kevin, he always used to love driving. He would drive anywhere at any time and really enjoy it. And now he doesn't like it either. I think a lot of it's the way the roads are, etc. Okay, now this is getting put up on dimensionals. Yes, Kevin read that out to me the other day, Sue. Apparently people over 60 aren't going to be allowed to drive after 10 o'clock at night. Yes. What can you say? I mean, are they going to do the same for the teenagers? Are they going to do the same for the P-platers? It's all very, and when you look at the amount of accidents and who are involved, and I'm not placing blame one way or another, but maybe they should do it with truck drivers as well. Because that's another thing that Kevin said. Are they going to do it with truckies? Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of truck drivers, out of work because a lot of them are over 60. It'll be interesting. I think there'll be a bit of an uproar, as always. The only time it would really, what am I doing? The only time it would really bother me would be like when I go over to my friend Sue's, and sometimes I don't leave there. I mean, she lives literally 5 minutes down the road. But often I don't leave there until quite late. But hey, I have to leave earlier. I'll leave earlier. Just in case you were wondering, I liked... There are so... And, you know, you get on the road and you worry, don't you? Because it's sort of like... that's got to sit up there. You worry because it's not you necessarily. It's everyone around you. You've got to take all that into consideration. Oh, and we can't get a 10-year license. Wow. He didn't read me out that bit. Because he even got a, I think he got a 5-year license and he's in his 70s. Okay, so just adding that piece onto there. Now, the first piece is this one here. So I'm just going to... No, it's not that one. It's this one. That's the first piece. So I'm just going to put that down. Seems a shame to cover up that pretty... Let's say about there. Preferably not sticking to my finger. Yep, like that. Then this one is going to sit over the top of that, like that. So I'm not going to put it too close to the edge. And it literally just fits. Just at either side there. So that's that one. And then this one is going to sit on the top like that. And it just has a tiny white. And that is the front of the card. So I think that looks... Yeah, mine's due... I think mine's due next year, and I'll get a 5-year. Oh, okay. Well, let's hope that the website's right. So I wanted to put one of those there and one of those there, and then maybe holly there and there. What do we think? Do we like that? Pretty? Thank you. All right, so these ones I think I'll pop down. No, I'll pop those ones up on some mini dimensionals. I think they just need one little thing. So I'll put one there. And as much as it is Christmassy, we've sort of gone away from Christmas a bit with the paper. And I thought, like with that one, that one could easily be a mail Christmas card for mail, you know. Yours is due next year too, Sue. Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Well, I'm 67 at the moment. Obviously, I'll be 68 when my license is due. I'm just going to pop that one there. All right. Yeah, a lot of scaremongering. And, you know what? You don't even know what's true and what's not these days, do you? You absolutely don't. You get on to the internet and you read something and it's like, well, is it actually true? You're 62, Sue. Thanks, Janelle. Right, so we've got that. Wink of Stella. Remembered the wink of Stella. Is that? Oh, your goodness me, we've got it everywhere. Uh-oh. All right, so I'm going to put some wink on here. And look, I have literally got it everywhere. Lift some of that, hopefully. So there. Well, no one can say they can't see the wink. Actually, while I do this, we should have a look at... Now, Sue, if you want your diamond to your clear ones, let me know now. Because, so, we have those. And I'm not sure what we have in the red because I haven't yet ordered the, there's a sparkly set coming up. I really don't have much in the red at all. I only have, have a couple of those left. But yeah, nothing really in the red. So we can either use the you should, oh yeah, you should. You want to use those, Sue? Okay, let's do that because I don't have much else in the red. And I know you said last night, do you think we should color them or just leave them? I'll continue to do these. You tell me whether you think you'd like them to be colored or left plain. I don't mind them either way, actually. Oh, this wink looks really pretty on here. Well, Kevin is, what is he? Kevin's 73 this year. So that's actually bleeding a little bit up there where I had so much on there. We'll just do these little berries like that. Not fussed. Diamantes would be nice. Yeah, like I said, when I first saw it, I wasn't overly impressed with it. You can see I actually use these quite a bit. But definitely now. So I think what I might do is put a small one in the center of each of these. Another one down there. That sparks them up a bit. And then maybe a large one. Oh, I don't like uneven numbers. Maybe just a large one there. There. That would look good, I think. All right, so that's what we've got. I'm just going to do a quick insert for the card. Oh, we are within time, so that's good. I'll do a quick insert. What have we got that I can see if there's anything I can stamp in there? Maybe Maybe just a holly leaf just done in green. I think that might work. Do a couple of those. So is she looking for it after she's already used it? Let's get the green. Let's do it in. I'll do it in old olive because that's the color I did the leaves on the other ones. So I just oh, would help if I cut the thing, wouldn't it? I'm not going to cut those out, so I will just cut an in sugar. Just cut an insert, which is 3.5 by 5.25. Oh, look. How cute. That didn't come off the card, did it? No, it didn't. Oh, well, it can stay there. There we go. And I'll just do... Still a few. Just up the side. There we go. That should do it. I could colour them if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that now. I may do it later. Yeah, it is a pretty nail, isn't it? Considering I've had my nails off now for, oh, I don't know how long, and they are still so weak. And I'm gradually losing my cool with them. We're going to have a bit of Wink of Stella on the back. See, I actually put it in the pool of Wink of Stella there. It'll dry, it'll be fine. Yes, I am thinking about putting my nails back on. I've always been able to grow my own nails. But they weren't strong. My mother her nails grow so quickly and they are so strong. It's unbelievable. So she has beautiful nails. She still has beautiful teeth. She's lost a few, but not that you can see. She still has her own teeth. And yeah. There we go. Let's get rid of the shiny stuff. So there's our card for today. Hi, Leslie. Lovely to see you. Oh, let's go up. Saying hi to everyone. That's awesome. You like the colors, Suzanne? Yeah. Sorry, Leslie, I didn't see you come in. Did I say that you don't like even numbers? Well, I don't like even numbers. I like odd numbers. When I'm doing anything like this, or even, yeah, with anything that I do, if I see even numbers, like if, like 2, 4, 6, 8, that sort of thing, no. It's either 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Yeah. Oh, you were lurking. That's what you were doing, Leslie. That's how come I didn't see you. Thank you for that. All righty. So there we go. A nice little Christmas card. And that was the one that I made as the, and look at that. See, I did it different and I didn't even know I'd done it different. No, I didn't. But there you go. That's the 2 cards that I've made. You can see this is slightly different to this. This is the one that we stamped and die cut. This one came out of the when you use the big die, this one, in with the embossing folder. So it fits. How does it fit? It fits one way, Lorraine. There, it fits in like that, and you can actually feel that it's in. It just sort of drops in, and then it cuts all that. And all these ones here are cut, but there's like little tiny areas that hold them together. For anyone who hasn't used it, I'll tell you what, I'll run it through just in case anyone hasn't seen it. I'll pop it through. Let's get a piece of card. What's it going to fit on? Let me cut that. Yeah, I'll just cut this in half. And I think that'll fit in there. And you'll see anyway what it does. And then I'll take all this out. Put that one in. And I'll show you how it actually comes out for anyone who hasn't seen it. Okay, so when we take it out now, because it's been cut as well, it looks like this. So can you see that? So here's Suzanne. And then what you can do, and it's so simple, you just get a little pair of snips. And if you don't want to use it like that, which you can use it and you can sort of like pop them up, you know, for a card base, or like take this one here. This one's got 4 leaves, but the only place that's holding it down is just in here and here. Tiny little areas. Oh, and there. All right. So then you've got the die cut, and you can color that in and you can use it. So that's how that one works with the die cut. Alrighty, that's me done for today. I do have a card ready for tomorrow. Well, it's not ready, but I'm going to play with it in a minute. Hey, okay, so I am going to play in a minute with another card. Thursdays is usually busy. I take my grandson to music after picking him up from school this afternoon, and then my husband and I do trivia on a Thursday night. See how we go this week. Last week wasn't our week. The questions didn't fall right for us last week, but hopefully this week it'll be better. We still didn't disgrace ourselves, as long as we don't disgrace ourselves. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure that I've already watched. It wasn't a live that I watched this morning, but I have already watched a video this morning. You girls will have to do a count. Friday is a good start because you've got Linda in the evening. Good morning, Anne. How are you? Lovely to join me. Lovely of you to join me. Sorry, my words aren't working properly. So that was the 2 cards for today. And I will see you all again tomorrow morning at 9:30. And please take care if you're out on the roads. Look after each other and be good to you and yours. So I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much again for joining me. Bye for now.